Hey guys, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I just want to do a really quick video on some of the new champions that were just put into the game. So we've had patch 1.13 just come out. It's a bit kind of meh. It's not a lot of stuff's come out. We're not getting the Dwarf faction crit for like 6 days, the battle passes, and yeah, it's weird. They don't just release a patch in a wonder. But anyways, this isn't a rant video. So we're going to look through some of the new champions that have just been put into the index. I probably have missed a couple here. There isn't specifically a list of the champions that have gone in that I can find yet, but I've just noticed quite a few from the Discord chat and from just going through the index myself. So let's just quickly go through the new ones I've found so far. First guy I found was this guy, obvious, the Lich King, Wurlim Frostking. I've had a brief look over the champions, and this guy is pretty nuts. He's got a 100 base speed, which is great defense, good attack. Not that you need attack, he's defense based. He's pretty tanky. He increases defense in arena by 30%, which is really good. And his abilities, this first ability is basically Sir Nyx, which once it's booked up is a 50% chance of a freeze debuff. But if it places a perfect veil on the ally with the lowest HP as well, which is just a better version of it, which is really good for an A1. His A2 is pretty damn good as well. Well, I don't know how good this will be yet, because I'm yet to see the decreased critical damage and critical rate buffs and debuffs play out, but they don't sound super exciting, but they might be one of those things that actually are a lot better than you think, because most people that are, building sort of characters to do high damage use the high damage through critical damage and rate, or there's a lot of debuffs that trigger through critical rate, so this might be better than people are giving it credit for, but we'll just have to see how it plays out. And the last one's a 6-turn 4-down cooldown once you book it. 25% strengthen buff and 60% increased defense buff. So he's a really tanky character. Strengthen, I can't exactly remember what it was, but I vaguely remember it being pretty damn good. So I think that's, 60% increased defense is good in its own. Plus this is, yeah, this guy's awesome. He looks cool, super tanky. Yeah, he's very cool. Now, going into the next one, you know what, I'll go through, right at the start, I'll go to the best guy that I've found so far. So in the Banner Lords, we have this guy here, who is, you know what, I've just noticed actually, just 2 seconds, unless I'm totally tripping here. In the Night Revenant. Oh no, I thought I'd seen someone else there, but no. Sorry guys, just getting confused there. So in the Banner Lords, the Stag Knight. So look at this guy's stats. He's got 107 base speed. It's huge. He's got a great defense. He's a support character, so he doesn't need that good attack. This guy, I can call it right now, is going to be in the arena. God, he's going to be so good in the arena. So goes passive first. His passive is really interesting. So he places a 50% increased accuracy buff on an ally for 1 turn each time the ally has a debuff resisted by an enemy. So if their resistance is high enough, boom, your accuracy goes double. So, or 50% more, sorry, I should say. So that's going to make the next turn basically a given that you're gonna lay your debuff, which is really cool. So the next one, Spot Quarry level 1. So it gives a decreased speed debuff, damage based on attack for this one. He's a support champion, so this guy's not looking to do damage at all, so don't worry about his attack. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. So that's a pretty damn good A1, especially it'll hit a 50% chance. It's not a game changer, but it's a very good A1, especially if it's hitting 2 times for arena, for various other things. So really cool, but this is where this guy shines. So Huntmaster level 1. This is like the ultimate pre-nuker. So 4-turn cooldown, attacks all enemies, has a 70% chance, 95% chance when it's booked, of placing a 60% decreased defense, which is the highest decreased defense debuff, and a 50% decreased attack. So it's going to totally lower their defense and their attack for 2 turns. This is nuts, especially with a 107 speed base. You want to load this guy up on speed, get him faster than anything, and boom, lay this down right away. And then, yeah, I mean, that's all she wrote. You've just got to nuke them and they're going to be pretty screwed. They'll have to cleanse, they'll have to... A Mausoleum Mage is going to come in really handy now, I think, because he's got a good cleanse, so he might see a lot more arena play, but this guy's going to see a lot of play in the arena. He's really cool. Unless I've got this totally wrong, please leave in the comments and tell me I am an idiot if I am wrong. Got the Skinwalkers next. Quickly go through these two. I've got two bears. Not unbelievably excited about these two, but I might be totally wrong. So he's got an aura, HP in all battles. He's got Raging Paw, attacks one enemy, 10% chance of a block cooldown skills debuff for 1 turn. So I quite like the block cooldown skills, it's quite cool. Stops their skills cooling down for that turn. It can be booked up to 25%. Then A2 attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of a 30% decreased critical rate debuff for 2 turns. So that is pretty cool. If the critical rate is as good as I think it might be, but it might not be great, it'll be 100% chance when it's booked. And his passive decreases the damage of all allies received from critical hits. Yeah, it's really hitting the critical rate and damage sort of hits with this character, which is kind of cool. And then his mate, Ursine Ironhide, who looks pretty badass, he's got a passive. Each hit has a 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 7.5. Each hit also has a 50% chance of putting one of the target's skills on cooldown if the target is under a decreased critical rate debuff. So this guy paired with the other guy, that is pretty damn good, I'm not going to lie. You know, you could be putting his skills on cooldown and decreasing their turn meter. That is really quite good actually. Didn't look at that properly the first time. So 35%, 50% booked up. Attacks one enemy, has a 35% or 50 chance of increasing the cooldown of one of target skills by 1 turn at random. Could be good, randoms. It'd be really cool if you could choose the one. Mind you, it's only got 2 to choose from, so it's pretty damn good. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 75% chance of decreasing the turn meter by 5%. Decreases the turn meter by 10% if they're under decrease attack debuff. Cool, very cool. 100% that'll hit for once it's fully booked. And attacks all enemies, and this is where you get your decreased attack. So you've got that on a 4-turn cooldown, hitting 100% as well. So yeah, I'll have to play with these guys to see how good they are. They might be pretty damn good. They're both defense based, so they'll be tanky as well, so that's always a bonus. We've already gone through the Stag Knight. I've got a couple of rares that we found here. So basically you've got the Night Kings from Game of Thrones, if anyone recognises them. Yeah, these guys are pretty cool. These are clan boss champions as far as I can tell. Well, yeah, they are. They could be used in dungeons, but primarily clan boss I think what these guys are for. So 99 base speed for the Frozen Banshee. She's an attack based champion. Increases ally accuracy in all battles. So she wants to lay poisons, both these guys do. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has an 80% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns if the target is under poison sensitivity. So that is an obscenely powerful A1 for a rare, but it's only powerful if they're under poison sensitivity. So I'm assuming poison sensitivity isn't going to be the easiest thing to land in the world, and the only 2 places I've seen to make it land are these 2 characters, which you'll see in a second, and they're not easy. Attacks one enemy, fills the turn meter of all allies by 2 for each debuff on the target. So that's cool. Again, clan boss, you could get 10 debuffs on the clan boss. Hit with this and you get 20% extra turn meter, which is really cool. The fact that it says attacks one enemy just indicates this is a clan boss character. Attacks one enemy, has a 10% chance of placing a 25% poison sensitivity for 2 turns. So there you go. The chance increases by 10% for each debuff. So yeah, it's a hard one this. You want to get the debuffs on to make you land the poison sensitivity, but ironically the debuffs you want to land are poison, so it's a funny one. We're going to have to play with this and see. There'll definitely be a way of doing this, because there is a way to make this character obscenely, like that A1 is obscenely powerful. Especially the fact that it's 100% chance, if the accuracy is right, of landing 2 of the big ones under A1, you know, every turn. That's really, really good. I mean, if you could get the Relentless gear on her and hit the extra turn, you know, you could be potentially putting 4 of the large poisons on an A1 from a rare character, which is, wow, that's really, really nuts. And the fact that it has to be on when poison sensitivity is on means, poison sensitivity means that they take more damage over time from poison, so it's this is going to be pretty nuts, I think, if they make it easy enough to do. Grave Chill Killer is really cool as well. Attacks one enemy, has a 40%, 50% chance when booked of placing a 5% poison debuff. fine for an A1 for a rare. Damage based off attack again, this is an attack character. The A2 attacks one enemy 75%, again 100% when booked, placing a 30% decreased defense debuff, 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff though when they're under the poison debuff. Not the poison sensitivity, just the poison, so that's quite cool. And then leading into the last one, attacks one enemy 2 times, each hit places basically 2 poisons, and if the poison sensitivity is on, it's 2 big ones. So I think the first one's a lot more powerful. This Frozen Banshees seems really cool, but yeah, this guy again for a rare is pretty damn good, and it's got a 3-turn cooldown for that, which is kind of cool. I'm not totally sure why it says passive there, but anyway, that's it guys. That's all the ones I've found so far. I'm sure there's definitely more, but or maybe there's not, but I've not seen any more yet, so if I've missed any, please leave it in the comments. Also, please leave in the comments any of the champions you really liked, anything you think I was wrong about, what you think they'll be good at, what you think they'll be used for, and what's rubbish. And yeah, just like and subscribe, that's a really big help to me. And yeah, peace. Have a good one, guys.